Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Remote Africa, good evening, everyone. Please, can you unmute yourself? Can you mute yourself? Because we are going to hear today's training by Miss Enia Nhachengo from Mozambique. Today topics will be very, very interesting because we know we have been using quantum scan machine. And today, Miss Enya will share with us that actually how can we use this scanning machine as a tool to boost our business. Miss Enya, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Enia Nhachengo, a six-star consultant from Greenwald, Mozambique. I've been training for a couple of months now, and today I bring with me yet another exciting topic, which is using a scanning machine as a tool to boost your business. And I'm also going to go into social media training, right? So the contents of this presentation include scanning machine, importance of owning a scanner, using a scanner as a tool to boost your business, scanning machine distributor versus a distributor that does not own a scanning machine, social media training, Facebook page step by step. So the social media that we'll be looking into deeply today is Facebook. So I'll take you through a step by step on how to actually set a page and the do's and don'ts, how to properly engage with clients, and we're going to touch up on follow up and the do's and don'ts overly, right? So this tool here is very, very, very important in our business. So some distributors choose not to use the tool and others choose to use the tools. So today I'm here mostly to shift the mentality of the distributors that don't see really the importance of actually owning this machine and using it as a tool to build their business and boost their business, I meant, right? So we have three types of scanning machines, and any of them works just as fine. And the first step is you'd have to maybe buy a scanner, or you can also earn it as an incentive depending on which country you're in. Some countries don't have it as an incentive, but you can also always use the money from your previous sales and something to just put money together and buy a scanner, right? And after you've bought a scanner, after you've gotten a scanner, make sure to get training on how to effectively use the scanner, because it is quite a complex tool. It seems like a simple tool. You can do it from overnight, but no, it actually requires training. And after that training, you need to keep on learning daily, daily. Even it doesn't matter how many years you've been scanning for, you will still, like every day, it's sort of every day you'll bump into something new that you need to look into. So it's very important that you get the necessary and required training so that you can deliver the best service with your scanning machine. And you can also be confident when you are now faced with a client or a patient and you're scanning them. The minute they see you being a bit doubtful about what you're saying, or getting stuck, it might compromise your sale. So it's very important that you get a training, appropriate training on how to use the scanner, right? This is the display on what the scanner does. This is not a scanning machine training. Um, what the importance of this machine is. First of all, this machine will add some credibility, and it will make it easier for you to convince the patient that you're trying to turn into a client. It's going to be very easy for you to convince them. Why? when you're now showing them facts, you show this is what's happening. So now we are on your cardiovascular system. This is why this happens. This is why this happens. You have lack of this. You have excess of this. So in that engaging conversation that you have with the patient, there's a lot of convincing that's happening. So before you even put in the work and try to explain as to why they should buy specific products, just them seeing that there is a machine that's actually telling them what's going on in their body, they're already convinced. Before you can add your touch, before you can add your spice to try to close that sale, they're already convinced. And also this is credible. Why? Because this machine gives facts. And most of the times, how do you know that there is credibility with the scanning machine? Because most of the times when you're a scanner, like when you're a beginning scanner, you're a bit scared of being asked things that you might not be able to answer, and you sometimes you even doubt the credibility, like, the machine seems to be saying this but the patient is saying that. Look at the things that when you say, the patient starts nodding, they're like, yeah, actually I've been feeling this thing that you're talking about. Look, you ask them, you're like, isn't your knee a bit sore sometimes? Do you feel any pain, any discomfort on your knees? And they're like, yes. And then you take that information and say, this is because one, two, three, as the scanner is showing. So that moment already you have won credibility, because this person knows what exactly they are talking about. So there isn't much convincing that you still need to do. The machine is doing work for you already. Before we start, the machine is already doing some work for you, right? And it will help you with improving your overall health knowledge. So the scanner, what does it do? I remember when I got my scanner, I was scared to use it. I will not tell you how long I was walking around with the scanner in my bag, and I was scared to just scan my first patient. But what I noticed is the day I scanned my first patient, I realized that there were things that even after getting the training, I didn't know. And I wouldn't have known that without being in a room with a patient where I had to deliver all the knowledge that I had at that moment. So that day, what did that help me with? I realized that there is no, like, the learning on your health knowledge does not end. So what did I do? I was like, okay, so as I go, whenever I'm stuck, whenever I don't understand something, I will just go and do some research about that. So sometimes I might have understood something, but not deeply. So I would bump into patients that are a bit more, I wouldn't say complex, but they really want to know in depth what's going on. So those are the patients that forced me to then go and do more research. You are constantly doing research. You use your Google, you use the other distributors, you use people who have had more experience. Till this day, I still consult on things that I'm not sure about. Till this day. So this will improve your knowledge day by day. The more people you scan, automatically the more knowledge you'll have in terms of health and how to deal with this situation. When you bump into this situation, when you bump into that situation, how do you actually go about it? And the ultimate goal, which is improving your business overall. I'll talk about this more in depth as we go, but to show you how how important this scanning machine is in terms of improving your business in general. Right. So let's look into it as using a scanner as a tool to boost your business, right? The first thing that's going to do, it's going to attract more clients, because as you're scanning people, you need to scan it in such a way that your scanning services are
Excuse me.
recommendable to others. So you scan in a way that you make sure you scan the best way possible. You make sure you deliver the best service possible, because that's the only way this will actually boost your business, because that will attract more clients. Why? Because let's say you are scanning this nice lady. After they're done, after you're done scanning them, they will want to go back and tell their friends about this wonderful scanner that was basically telling them about so many things they had. And it was not only that, then they gave them the solution. So you need to be patient doing this scanning
Yeah.
procedure, because some clients tend to ask a lot of questions
Sorry,
that
Miss Enia.
sometimes,
Sorry, your screen is
yes,
not moving. You have not changed your slide.
I have not.
Ah, okay, you have not. All right. Sorry.
Can you see it?
Yeah, go ahead. Did
Okay,
you change?
okay,
No,
perfect.
you are still in the slide one, first slide.
No, I'm not. I'm on a slide that says using a scanner as a tool to boost
Yeah,
branding.
okay. All right. Go ahead. People are asking. Thank you.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it. It's just not
Oh,
moving. Not moving.
oh, okay. Okay, so as I was saying, right? So this is the only way that you'll actually attract more services. The quality of your scanning. There's a lot of people that scan. There's people that scan in 2 seconds and they're done. There's people that take their time. So it's a quality that you need to improve as much as you can, so that you have a differentiable where your scanning stands out. It's very important for you to have scanning that actually stands out, and people know that anything scanning related, we can always rely to this person. So they will literally recommend your services easily. You won't have to ask them to talk to other people about this. The way they will be happy about the services, they will automatically want to recommend your scanning services to other people, right? Okay. Okay, so now I want to get into an example where I show you the difference of, like, um, let's say you're dealing with a male function client, right? You are dealing with a male function client without a scanner.
Well, sorry, I think we lost her. We can wait. All right. I will ask her again about the slide. She said the slide is not yet. She has not yet moved the slide. Wait till her come back. Miss Enia, we are losing you. Yeah. Okay. You can unmute yourself and start sharing. Okay, you are doing well.
Is it fine now?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you see the
it's clear. It's clear. Thank you. Go ahead.
slide? It says mail function client. Is it the slide showing?
Yeah. The slide is
Yes,
showing.
it's showing. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So here I was saying, let's look into an example of a mail function client that approaches you, right? You do not have a scanner, you're just a normal distributor, right? The first scenario, I called it scenario A, right? A 45-year-old male is suffering from erectile dysfunction and explains that sometimes when he gets an erection, he easily loses it. He also adds that he is an alcohol consumer and has been having stress at work. At some point, he thought that's what was causing the dysfunction, right? So now, as a Greenwald distributor, this is the product recommendation that you might come up with, right? You will say, I'll give you Vic Power and then I'll give you Pine Polly, right? That is what you tell him. Let's continue with our scenario, right? He complains that he has no money and you should give him only the most important one. You know how sometimes when you're dealing with clients, they tend to say this word a lot. When you give them a recommendation of which supplements to buy, they tend to say, I don't have money, and can you please select the most important one, right? So then, uh, after that, you now take out a product and you say, it's fine, you can take Big Power only. That's the sale that you've made. You've sold Big Power, and that's it, right? Now, let's look into it as a male function client with a scanner, right? You scan this person, you look at their male function, how it's looking. You also go and look at sperm and semen, right? As you can see here, already you can see the liquefying time is low, the production of sperms is low. You can already start seeing other things that on that description of what he's suffering from are not detailed. You would not have known if you hadn't scanned this person.
Miss
So you
Enia,
tell
sorry.
him,
Miss Enia, sorry, your screen
yes,
is not moving. Still on the previous slide.
I don't know
Male
what's
function,
happening.
male function client. All
Yeah,
right.
male function with scanner.
Scenario A, slide number 5. You are
Yeah,
still you are still on slide number 5.
I don't know what's happening.
You can try to stop sharing, then start sharing.
Oh,
I think it's your internet connection is unstable, so that's why screen is not moving.
that's why, yeah, it might be that because it's a bit unstable. It's a bit unstable. And this is such a nice scenario to look into.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Very, very exciting scenario. Yeah. Let's see. So
Okay, now you're
now, can you
slide
see
6.
now? Is
Yeah.
this okay? All right. So as I was saying here, as I was explaining that he doesn't have money. He complains that he doesn't have money, and he asks you to, Mr. Budiman, maybe did you get the presentation?
Let me check. Okay. You sent to my WhatsApp, right?
Because I think maybe because it might cut again. Yes,
I didn't receive. I've not yet received.
it might cut again.
Okay. If you can try to send it to me, I will help you to share the screen.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I should. Let me try sending again. Sorry about this.
All right. Just a moment.
Please check.
Yeah, coming.
So I will stop sharing this side.
Okay, can you stop sharing so I can start to share? Okay,
Yeah, I stopped. I
okay.
stopped
Let,
sharing.
let me start to share my screen. Everybody can see the screen. So this is with the scanner.
Yes, that's where I was.
So this is before mail function client no scan, right? Okay.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
see the screen? Okay. Now
So I
next
was
is,
just finished, yes,
yeah,
with the scanner.
this is with the scan. Okay. Okay, later you can tell me next so I
So
can move.
just to, yes, I will do so. Okay. So I will do just a recap. So after he explained to you what the issue was, right? We recommended you recommended the products. We recommended the products which were Vic Power and then Pine Pollen. And then he complained about the money, right? And then you came back and you recommended just Vic Power. And that's the sale that you've made. That is your sale. So now we move on to mail function client when you have a scanner, right? So when you have a scanner, you are able to see, right? Please go back to the previous. Yes. So when you have a scanner, you are able to see. So from here, when you look at male function and then you look at sperms and you look at semen and all of that, you start seeing what is actually going on, what is actually happening in this person's system. So you will recommend what? Vic Power, Pine Pollen, and Zinc, for example. Let's move on, sir, to the next slide, right? And then on the next slide, I want to show you how these other elements of the scanning machine come into play. Because now you look into what? The prostate part of it, and you also look at the kidneys, right? The prostate can influence the male function. The kidneys can influence the male function. So it is very important that this person that you are helping, you need to see, are their kidneys fine before you skip giving them kidney men. Are the kidneys fine? You need to check that. And then you also check, is the prostate okay for me to discard B carotene, for me to discard what is that? Prostate show. Is this okay? Please, yeah. So this is the recommendation, additional recommendation. Because why? Because now you've looked into other elements that can what? That can influence the final thing, that is the dysfunction that this guy is having. All he knows that he has a dysfunction, but now you showed him with facts that this the dysfunction that you have is because of this, is because of that, is because of that. You see, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of that. So now look at the list that you have. You have an additional list of prostatol, you have kidney man, you have big carotene, you have vitamin E, you have cordyceps, you have all these other additional additional supplements to this list. Now you write the full receipt to this guy. Now you write the full receipt to this guy and you explain to him why are you adding each and every one of these supplements. Because I found out that the oxygen is not flowing correctly in your body. Then I need to add this. Because your prostate is enlarging, I need to add this. But you see now the difference. You are speaking with facts. You're not speculating, you might need prostate show, you might need kidney man. You are showing him with facts that, in fact, you do need this because the scanner is showing this. In fact, you do need this because I can back it up with this. So that is what I wanted to show, that from selling big power only big power, now you have sold Prostashow, you have sold Big Power, Pine Pollen, Zinc, Prostashow, Kidney Man, Beta Carotene, Cordyceps, Ginkgo biloba, Vitamin E, Selenium. You have sold that. And we will look into, because I'm sure someone is going to ask at the end, but if this person still doesn't have money, how do you handle that? We're going to look into that in one of the examples at the very end when we have our interactive session. I hope there's time for that. Next slide. Right. So here I just put a brief comparison of what a distributor with a scanner can do and what a distributor without a scanner can do. When you have a scanner, you have confidence in your abilities as a health consultant, as the tool forces you to learn a lot. You cannot have a scanning machine and not learn a lot about health. It's simply impossible. And also, you have extra incomes from the appointments. This person comes, they buy, they don't buy, they have to pay an appointment fee before they even get to buy your products. You have the money that after you buy your scanning machine, after a few scans, you've gotten your money back from the investment that it was for you to buy the scanning machine. That's extra income. They have not tried your products yet. They don't even know if they'll buy your products. Already, this money is with you. All right. When a distributor without a scanner, the disadvantage is that you don't have a tangible background to support your product recommendation. Because this person sometimes is like, especially when you're trying to recommend a lot of products, and then they're like, hi, but what if I don't have that problem? You're saying, yeah, since you're at the age of 45, maybe you have prostate problems because your prostate might have started enlarging. And then they're like, but what if I don't have that problem? How are you going to back that up? You don't have any support to be like, listen, look, you see, that's the difference. With a scanner now, you can back up that information. Without a scanner, you can't. So another thing that happens a lot with distributors without a scanner is that they sell in ones, they sell in units. And sometimes you can compromise the treatment of that person if you sell in units. Why? Because you are selling them, let's say maybe they need circulation package or brain package, and then you only give them brain care or deep sea or lipid care. It's not as effective as the full package. But to back up the full package without showing facts, it's very difficult sometimes. It's very difficult. And it's only difficult for what? For people who have money constraints. People who don't have money constraints, you can write the full list of products, they'll still buy it. This is showing with people that have money constraints. How are you going to sell more than what you're supposed to? So sometimes you end up compromising. You're like, as long as you can get something, as long as I can make a sale. And that compromises effectiveness. Why? Because you don't know which type of patient you're dealing with. Sometimes you're dealing with a diabetic patient that might not even have told you that they're diabetic. They just came and told you that they have the male dysfunction. If the sugar is not stable, you can't fix that. But now you gave them big power, and then the problem with that is that they take that big power, nothing happens, and then they badmouth your product. They say, no, greenwood products, they don't work. They gave me this thing, they said it was for this, but it doesn't work, and that is not true. So these things with the scanning machine, it's important to to notice something. There's a flow of things. There's things that start at a certain place and end up leading to something else. Many times. Many times. You may find someone that has liver problems, for instance. They don't drink, they don't smoke, but they have liver problems. And now they don't drink medication with chemicals daily, nothing that should make their livers suffer, actually. But then you find that they have liver problems. However, they also have what? Stomach problems. You skip the stomach, you keep liver. It won't work out. So this scanner, it helps you in the effectiveness of your treatment. It helps you in that. And you are also sure of what you're doing. You are also sure of the results you're expecting, because why? You gave products according to what the person actually has. Someone can come and tell you, I have a headache. I usually have a headache. I don't know why. There's so many reasons for people to have headaches. You don't know before you can scan them. The person can explain to you in detail as much as possible. You can approximate it to what the person might have, approximate it to what the person might need. But what is actually happening, you know it 100% through a scanner. So some distributors actually send their patients to be scanned by someone else. Some don't have time available, so they just send that, which is still fine. Which is still fine. But the example I'm trying to give here, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that distributors without a scanner won't do well or stuff like that. I hope it's not being taken that way. I'm just trying to show how we can upscale your sales from getting a scanner, or at least getting your patient scanned by someone who scans. So if you don't scan yet, you can also send your patients to shops that scan. That will boost your business, right? Can we please move to the next slide? Okay, so that is basically that on scanning. Now I want to touch on social media, right? These are the social media platforms, the main social media platforms that you can use for selling, right? Basically, to speak about your business, to put the word out there about what you are doing, right? We have Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp Business. We have YouTube, TikTok. We have Instagram. Those are social media platforms. So before I actually dive into it, I wanted to just show you that how many people are actually available on these platforms. How many people actually use these platforms daily or monthly, as an average monthly? How many people are using these platforms? You have 556 million for Twitter, you have 3 billion for Facebook, you have 3 billion for WhatsApp, you have 2.5 billion for YouTube, you have 1 billion for TikTok, you have 2 billion for Instagram. You can take 1% of that only, the lowest percentage possible, the smallest amount possible of each one of those, and say, this is my target. Because it's not 3 billion people on Facebook that want to buy your supplements. No. Might not even be half of that number. No. So just say 1% of these people is my target. So on this slide, I just wanted to show you the endless possibilities that are there on social media. Endless possibilities. And how you can reach all these people at once in each one of these platforms. So for today, I chose Facebook because that is the main platform that I personally use. So I chose Facebook, and I will go with you into the step by step on how you set up your page, how you actually use Facebook as a tool to boost your business. I remember the other time I briefly spoke about the social the social media platforms in general. So I just wanted to touch up on Facebook so that from the knowledge that you've learned that previous time and from the other trainer that came 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, and you add on, and you take all the things that you see that this is doable, this is possible, and each day you elevate your social media business. You can press on next this, right? So we're going to look into Facebook account, Facebook page, and we're going to look into the link between Facebook, WhatsApp, and WhatsApp business and Instagram. So when you're creating your Facebook page, this is what you need actually. First, you need to create a Facebook account, right? And then on your Facebook account, you're going to please go back, sir, to that slide, the previous one. Right? After you create your Facebook account, you're going to create your Facebook page. This is where your Meter Business Suite is. This Meter Business Suite is what helps you. It's what actually helps you with the tools. It has the right tools for you to excel in your business. And then after you've created your account and your page, you need to link your Facebook, your WhatsApp business, and your Instagram together. This is going to help you a lot in terms of content creation, where you don't have to actually manually go post here and then go post there and then go post. Automatically, there's some things that are available and they are done fast automatically. You can move to the next slide, sir. So let's start with your Facebook account. Simple. With the Facebook account, right? You're going to set up a page. That is the page that we're using. You're going to set up an account. Sorry, not page. There's a difference between a page and an account. So you're going to set up an account, your name, your age, the basic information that you need to put there. You're going to look for a professional profile picture, right? After you found your profile picture, a professional profile picture, this is my suggestion on what to post on your Facebook account. There's a difference between your Facebook account and your Facebook page, right? So your Facebook account, you take it as a normal personal account. This is my advice. It's not exactly it should be like this. If you have a Facebook account, you must do it like this, and then a page you must do. This is my suggestion on what should you post about in these two, I would say, platforms, because your account, what goes on your account is not what goes on your main page, right? So on your account, you can post about your business achievements, for example. If you got a car award, if you're going to let's say China, if you went to China, you got a car award, or even if you're at a marketplace that day, things that are work related, you can post them here. Oh, Greenwald has endless opportunities. And then you can post about recruiting. Come join us, this wonderful company. That's more or less what you post there. Motivational content on how for people not to give up, on how they keep on pushing, on how they reach those higher levels, on how basically that is what I suggest you post aside, because that's you, that's what you're doing. So that's work, right? Can you please move, sir, to the next slide? Right. So from your Facebook account, you create a Facebook page. When I created it, it was not possible to create a page without an account. It needs to be linked to an account. I'm not sure now, but I think it still needs to be linked to an account. That's why you should create the account first and then you can move to the page, right? This is where you talk about your products and services. You post about us. What do you do? What do you sell? What other services do you provide besides the products that you're selling, right? You give a location. What does a location do? When you put a location to your business, you build trust with people. People don't have much trust with online business. They don't have much trust with that online with online transactions and stuff. So if you actually do have a location, you can put your location there on your page, right? And you can put your contact details there. And if you don't have a location, you can always also put a location of maybe another distributor or even the head office, because this person, before they go there, most likely they will call you because your contact details are there and everything, right? And then you choose an interesting profile picture and a cover picture. It can be products, it can be a flyer, it can be anything that you find interesting. And lastly, um, sir, please press. Yes. And lastly, the suggestion on what are the things that you're going to post about on your Facebook page, right? You can talk about your health products. So what I like, you can use a way of laying out your content in a way that it does not become monotonous or boring, right? People tend to get tired if you are posting, you seem like you are posting the same things every day. So you can choose a day where you just talk about your health products, which is greenwood, your supplements. So you choose, you see, today I want to talk about super nutritional, tomorrow you want to talk about ginseng, the other day you want to talk about uterus pill. So you choose how you're going to create that content. If it's going to be stories, it's going to be reels, it's going to be a picture, it's going to be writing about it. You choose how you want to do it, but you choose that this day I want to talk about health products. And then you pick another day, disease awareness. Disease awareness is very important. There's some people that have diseases that they are not sure that they might have. But when you post about disease and awareness, how does it help? It helps because when people see what you describe as symptoms of a disease, for example, they will be more informed about a disease. And not only, this is not only clients. Some people can use your page just for information, just as an informative page. That's engagement. You need that engagement. You need people who are just going to come to your page and visit your page just to visit your page, just to know more about diseases. They'll be like, they'll resonate with your page. They'll be like, every time I want to know about a certain disease, let me just go see if they posted something new about diseases, for example. So this is also very good for clients or patients, that when they see that, they say, oh, okay, they're posting about this, they probably have treatment for this. So let me reach out to them and ask them about this. So your content is becoming what? Interesting. And then you talk about wellness, you talk about lifestyle. So wellness and lifestyles, you can talk about how exercising is good, how your smoking is not good, and and while you talk about wellness and lifestyle, you can also drop in your products there. Let's say, for example, you want to talk about insomnia. You talk about it, you're like, insomnia is like this, the symptoms are like this, when it's getting worse, it's like this, and then you say, at Greenwood, we have I shine. You see, so you caught their attention as they were reading. They're like, I actually do have insomnia. And then you tell them, we have the solution for you. So you have educated this person and you've given them the solution to their problem. So you mix these things and you make them interesting. And you talk about your services. Whatever service it is that you provide at your shop. If you have a scanning machine, talk about it. If you have a massaging chair or something, or massaging services, talk about it. So talk about all your services so that people are aware that when we want to approach this specific company or this specific person, there's a possibility of this and that. So they will know already what services do you provide. What that should be laid out clearly, because you don't want to, this information that I was talking about here helps you a lot also in cutting down what people ask you, because people ask a lot of questions. So location, you don't want to be answering everyone about the same location. So just put it there. They will still ask, but it's not going to be the same amount of people. It's the people who don't take enough time to read. But the ones that take time to read, they will see it right away. Right? Next slide, please. Okay, so let's look into Meta Business Suite tools, right? Now I can't see. Right. So you have different things that you can do on your Meta Business Suite, right? You have your messenger. Where is your inbox? That's where you will get a lot of messages, people looking for you, needing help, right? This tool is very important for you to engage with your uh, possible clients, if I can put it that way. And then you also have a lead center, What does Facebook do? Facebook, when someone gets into contact with you or it has seen that you've been having a conversation with someone, it filters it out for you. It makes the job easier for you. So all you need to do is that you take that information and then you go through that list and you see, okay, this person has paid, this person says they want it next week, Friday, this person, so they've already generated the leads for you. You don't have to go and manually still do it on your own and go through all those messages and see, oh, okay, this one is a lead, oh, this one is not a lead. No, they've made it easier for you here on Meta Business Suite, where they've generated a center of leads for you. And then there's the organizer. The organizer is my favorite tool ever. It will always forever be my favorite tool on Meta Business Suite. What does it do? It allows you to post to like how can I say it? To put to the word is running away in English. To schedule, sorry, it allows you to schedule your posts, so you can schedule up to 1 month, so you can just sit down one day, create all the content that you need, and then you schedule your post for 1 month. You sit down that day and you say, today I'm only scheduling posts, and that's it. You are sick, you are not there, you in Italy, you are wherever doing whatever. The time and day that you've chosen for your post to go up, your post will go up. That's it. I love this feature so much because I don't have the ability, the consistency to every day sit and post on that specific app. That's easier maybe on WhatsApp, which is something that you access easily, you need to respond easily, you are there all the time. But now on this specific app, since I don't have enough consistency to sit down every day, wake up at the same time and post there, I love this tool because it's amazing for me. It's so amazing for me. I hope you get you other leaders can also explore this tool the way I'm exploring it. It helps you a lot, right? You want to schedule a reel, do it. You want to schedule a story, do it. It's a post, do it. It's there. It's for you to use. And then the last one, I said this is my favorite, but the last one is the one that gives me money. So I don't know why my favorite is not the one that is giving me the most money. The last one is sponsored posts. This is where your money is before you get a big audience on Facebook. So you'll have to work on sponsoring your posts. I'll get into detail on when we get to sponsored posts, but I love this tool. Here, you will see all your sponsored posts. You see how well they do. You see when you change what happens to your post. So this place is the place that shows you, sort of helps you to see what you should do more often and what you should maybe cut down on. This is where you see all that information. This is where you see basically that, oh, okay, I put $15, I got this many people to text me. Okay, what if I put 20? What if I put, so let me explain that into detail when I get to the sponsored posts. Please go to the next slide, sir. Right, let's look into sponsored posts. The first thing about sponsored posts is that you're going to create a post, or maybe here I'm using examples for beginners as well. So people who are actually not quite familiar with the platform can actually also do this, because some people already might be a repetition of things they already know how to do. But there's people that actually have not yet tried or are scared of trying this wonderful tool. So I'm taking it step by step so that you understand that it's actually not a complex tool and anybody can use this tool, right? So let's start with the post creation for sponsored posts, right? You will start by creating your your post, right? You start by creating your post. You put the picture that you want. If it's a video, if it's a message, you do all of that. With your post, these are the things that you need to pay attention to. Your content needs to be visually attractive. It needs to be something that when people look at, they're like, what is this all about? You need to choose the right colors. It needs to be attractive to the eye. You need to want to see what is this all about. If it pops up in someone's screen, they will want to see what is this. Interesting. Also, you need to strategize, like you need to target strategically. You need to know, if I'm making a post about this, target how do I strategically target the right people that I want? So what, as you are writing down on your, maybe on your caption, you need to know, how are you doing this for you to what? Strategically target what you actually want to target, or who you actually want to target. It might be a post about a scanning machine, for example. When I talk about irresistible offer, let's use an example of a scanning machine post. You know your scans are 500, maybe. Okay, maybe let's use dollars. Let's use dollars, maybe. Let's say $100. I'm just using an example. Your scans are $100, for instance. You make it, if you're about to, you're going to sponsor this post, right, for a certain amount of days, or however long you choose to do it for, right? And then you can make it a promotion. You can say, scans from the 8th to the 20th of May are going for $75. You can even say they are going for $100, as if that's a promotion, if you wish. You can even say that. Because this post is being sponsored, it's going out there. You don't know who's being reached by this post. But make it nice, make it calling, make it irresistible. You can also say, because the scanning machine is a machine that actually, if you take good care of it, it should last you. It's very rare for the scanning machine to actually have a breakdown or something. You can even say, bring a friend, bring someone. So two for one. Think about this thing, because with the scanning machine, the minute you close the money that you've invested to get the tool, everything else is 100% profit. So you have nothing to lose when you scan two people for the price of one, just for a few days, because that's not actually the price of your service. Don't get addicted to it to the point where you forget the value and the price of your service. This is just an example. Okay, from this day to this day, it's going for half price. Bring one, scan one free. They will flood your shop, because people like these things. People like such things. People like catchy things. You see, also invest in good quality content. You don't need to buy an expensive camera or anything, but just make sure you wipe your camera before you take these pictures of the content you want to post. Make sure your content is not blurry, it's visible. People look into all these things. Also, in such things, it's important for you to come this side as well. You are posting now because you are the business person. You are posting it for people to see it and come to your business. Now swap places. You are that person, because we also bump into sponsored posts. We skip some, but there's some where I personally skip some, but there's some where I want to see what is it all about. At least I want to see what is it all about. I hope we are still together. Research on keywords. Research on important keywords for the product that you are sponsoring, for the service that you want to post about. Let's say you're posting about Pro Slim Tea, for example. Search keywords on Pro Slim Tea. So you will find fitness, you'll find all the healthy lifestyle, gym, all that stuff that's related to what? The people who want to lose weight. So those keywords are actually going to help you on your search engine. It's going to go and target the people who most of the time are looking into such content. This is a very smart tool, very smart. So it's going to go into the people that usually search that type of content. That's why it's important that what you are writing on your caption You search for keywords. You can even use hashtags, they are also available for that, to target the right people. There's no point in you posting if it's not going to go to the right people. There is no point at all, right? And also invest in interactive posts. Posts where you ask people about stuff, let them tell you something. And then if it's correct, you say, yeah, correct. I also heard it's like this. If it's not correct, you can educate them on that. But it's interactive. People like such things where they have a chance to say something. They do usually like that. Create polls where people vote, make them interesting. And lastly, but not least, build trust and credibility within your post creation. There needs to be some sort of credibility from the way you are writing, the things you are writing, the information you are giving them. It all counts into this person trusting you and seeing this company as a company that is credible. Please move to the next slide, sir. Okay, so the next thing they will require from you is the objectives of your post. We all know why we're sponsoring a post. We all know what you want to get from sponsoring a post. So the objectives available there are messages, calls, or maybe you just want to bring traffic to your page. So it depends on you. Usually, I pick messages because it's one of the most flexible ways of working for me. They work the best because I can respond according to my availability. Calls, you can't afford to miss a lot of calls. So it's some people prefer to call even though you prefer messaging. And make sure you take out 5 minutes to just quickly handle that person. But I personally prefer dealing with messages. And then after developing a conversation, I can then call you. Now you have trust. Now we've been speaking. You see? And then there is a pre-visualization available on the right-hand side. If you look at it, in the right-hand side, there's a pre-visualization available. Here, you're going to proofread. You're going to check if you have any spelling errors because they are unprofessional. You're going to check if your post might sound scammy and fix it. You are posting protein tea and you are saying that people will lose 5 kgs in a week. No, they will not. The minute someone reads something like that, they already know that you're just trying to sell your product. So check, read your post, and you say you are the person who's trying to buy this product. You see, you are the person who's trying to buy this product. How would you view this? It's very important. So try not to have scammy posts. Try to have realistic posts. Realistic posts drive the right people to you. This person is coming to you, they already know what is real about what you spoke about. Right? Let's move to the next slide, sir. So after that, you're gonna select the apps where you want your you sort of you're going to select the app where you want this sponsored post to go to, right? So you can select Messenger, you can select Instagram, you can select WhatsApp. That's where you want your what? Your post basically to go to. Public. Please listen carefully on the public. The public will depend on the type of post that you're trying to put out there. So the age, the gender, the location, the interest, the profession are the things that you can choose according to the public that you want to show your product or service to, right? Let's say you are posting Vic Power, for instance. When I do a sponsored post on Vic Power, I tend to put male as my gender. I'm restricting what type of people I want to see my post about Big Power because I don't think it's as effective for women to, yeah, the people who are most interested. So your public is Who is the people who would be more interested in what you're posting? That's what your public is. So it's very important. It's very important. What is the location? What location are you trying to target? The location is also very important when you are exploring new markets that we spoke about in my last presentation. It's very important. If you're trying to explore Botswana, you will put Botswana there. And then that's it. You will try to explore Botswana that way. So the public dictates, tells the app, see this post, give it to such people, and you've already used your keywords that side to narrow it down and down and down. I hope we're still together. Next. Okay. And then the next step is the budget. You need to choose the budget and the duration of your sponsored post, right? Usually they recommend a minimum of 4 days. Sometimes it's good for you to listen to what Facebook is telling you, because as you play around with the dates, you play around with the budget, they also show you more or less how many people are going to be reached. They also show you how more or less how many responses are you going to be getting if you put which amount of money. So this is very important because depending on how much money you're trying to invest on this specific post to see what you can sell, it's very important so that you can see that, okay, if I put this, I'm expecting this. Usually from my experience, the responses are always more than what they say you might get. So if they say you might get 20 responses, sometimes it happens that you get 50, because it depends on where the post is. So they try to send it to a certain number of people, but then it can happen that most people in that group are the right people, so they reach out, right? And then you choose your budget, you choose your payment method. It's PayPal, it's your visas, it's your card. You put it there, and you are good to go. Let's go to the next slide, sir. Okay. So this is just an example of when you choose, when you link your Facebook to your WhatsApp business, right? I just wanted to touch up quickly on some WhatsApp business tools that are very important for you to move fast, right? When you choose WhatsApp as the platform that you want people to reach you on, that is the first pop up that people are going to have. So it's going to be saying send a message on WhatsApp, and then people are going to start sending you a message. Depending on the money that you put, this can be really overwhelming. So I also don't recommend that you put a lot of money, because it won't make sense for you not to be able to respond. Sometimes these messages can be over. You can get over 500 messages in such a short period of time in a week. That's a lot. So also look into that and see more or less what you can handle with all the other things that you still need to do, because you don't want to be responding 2 days later, 5 days later also. So you need to also look into such things. Am I going to be able to respond? What is it more or less that I can handle? So the message start flooding in the site on your WhatsApp business. And I also saw that you can now use your WhatsApp business to boost your WhatsApp stories, which is actually a great tool. I haven't tried it out yet, but I think within some time next week I should try that too. I want to see, does that mean that they take this and they put it out there the same way they do with Facebook, and they put it on Instagram and they put it everywhere, and people come to your WhatsApp? Because if that's the case, that is amazing. So, or they already take this and they boost it into people's WhatsApp. I'm not sure. So I'm yet to try this new tool where you can boost on WhatsApp what it does. And it's a very good thing for you to try tools the minute they come out. It's like Reels. When they come out, it's a very good time. The experimental time is the best way for you to try tools, because the engagement is the best at that time before everyone else now is aware of it and everyone else now is trying to use it, right? These are the chats. There is something called labels on Facebook, on WhatsApp, right? Facebook also has it. But here I'm talking about the labels on WhatsApp. Very important tool. Very important tool. You use this tool to organize your chats, right? You are the one who chooses what you want to do here. You choose what you want to do here, right? So the important conversations you've had, you can label them important. The ones that you've had that require follow up, whether the person has bought, whether whatever the case is, you can create a label called follow up. You have people in a different province, you have people in a different country. You can create a label for that. You can say Kenya, Botswana. Now you know that your Kenya people are here, your Botswana people are here, your South Africa people are here, and you can easily check on that. It's very important. When you start using these tools, a lot of messages can get lost. A lot of messages can get lost, especially if you have that automatic reply thing. Because now, when you want to catch up and respond to messages, you can say not read, and then you respond to not read, but then automatically reply has already sent a message to other people that were actually asking you something important, that were actually interested in buying, and then you can lose those people. So it's very important for you to have labels and move your chats into the right labels. Not all chats you're gonna move into labels. Not all the chats you're gonna move them into labels. Chats that you think you still need to look at somehow, whether it's a follow up, whether it's someone has paid, whether anything, whether they are from a different place, you choose a label and you put it there, right? We can go to the next slide. Okay. So this slide, we're going to touch on how to properly engage with these clients that you're finding online, right? So your first contact with this person is very important. Very, very, very important. And this begins on before you open your mouth, your page is talking for you. Before you say anything, your page is there. It's already speaking. The owner of the page is not there, the page is there 24/7. So that is the first impression that someone has when they open your page. They see, this person, they last posted in 2020. Yet there's a sponsored post. They want me to buy, but they're not even active here. So that's already a bad first impression. So it's very important that you have a good first impression with the client that you're trying to engage with, right? Next, sir. After that, you're going to try your best to build trust. You need to build trust with this client that you're engaging with. So you need to have a conversation that from the beginning, when the client is reaching out to you, you need to have a conversation in such a way that you are already building trust with this person, and this person feels safe to adhere to your services, to adhere to your products. This needs to, there needs to be trust being built, right? Please move to the next one, sir. And this conversation that builds trust cannot be rushed. So let's say they reached out and they already asked you about what's the price, and then you just say $75, and you just keep quiet. Like, that is too rushed. That is too not caring. That doesn't show really that you actually want to build a relationship with this person. So you say, okay. Big power is, I don't know the prices in dollars. I'm just using dollars because it's the easiest one to speak about. But I don't know. These are not the real prices. So you say, no, big power. Big power is $75, and this supplement actually contains these many capsules, and you're going to drink this many per week, and then it's going to take you this long with this pack. And you are showing this person that, no, listen, I care about you, and I want you to try out my product. This message can be a message that you just copy and paste, but this person won't know, because also you won't be able to keep on writing this all the time. So you can just pin some chats. I pin some chats, and then I use that tool where you can add a fast reply. There's a tool where you can add a fast reply, and I also use to pin chat so that because the first reply it's only certain options like location and whatnot. It's a few selected options, and then the rest I leave it in a pin chat so that if I need it, I go to the stack, I copy, I paste, and I've responded as fast as that, right? And be patient and clarify all the questions. In brackets, I wrote HIV example. Why? Because some patients reach out, right? They reach out, they say, I'm HIV positive, and I saw your products. They say they saw maybe they saw A power, they saw protein powder, they saw all these immune boosters, right? And then they reach out to you and they say, I saw you have this product. Uh, do you cure HIV? Now there's a question there. You need to clarify that. You need to be patient and tell the person that HIV does not have a cure. Not here, not in the hospital, not in any medicine yet. So you need to be honest about it. Say, we don't have the cure, we have the treatment. The treatment will boost your immune system, And after some time of the right use of our treatment, your HIV can become undetectable. Undetectable is not negative. It's not cure. So someone who's been positive cannot be negative before the cure is found, right? But it's important for you to explain and lay this down that way. Diabetes, no cure. What are we doing? We are treating it, we are stabilizing it. So there, that's where you clarify all these questions. Next slide, please. And I wanted to touch on online payments as well. You need to find, with online payments, you need to find a way that works for both. You can't find a payment method that works only for you. Remember, both of you are strangers to each other. So you need to find a way that works for both of you. Maybe you have someone trusted on the other side that can hand the product to them and then they send the money the minute they are receiving the product, whichever method you find that works. Or it's a website that you create. Websites are more trusted than any like normal Facebook posts. But you need to be very careful with all online payments and not make it your way because this person also doesn't know you. They also don't trust you the same way you also don't trust them. The same way they don't trust you to give you money and then you send the product. You also don't trust them to send the product and then they give you the money. So you need to find a common way that works for both of you, whichever case it is. Next slide, please, sir. Okay. Let's touch up on follow up. We cannot talk about a process of getting clients and not discuss follow up because this is where your money is. You will set up your follow up frequency. So let's say you will choose how often do you actually want to follow up on your Facebook clients or leads that are to become clients. You set up. You say after 2 weeks, every 2 weeks I will be following up. Every week I will be following up. You can set up an Excel spreadsheet with dates. These dates, how will the dates help you, right? The dates help you how? You will say, on the 9th, I had this patient that did this. You put the date so that you know 2 weeks from the 9th, I need to check up on this. They bought it, they didn't buy it, you need to be active with your patients. You need to be. It's very rare to find patients that they are the ones trying to communicate more than you. You need to. If it's once every 2 weeks, it's once every week, however you decide. You need to pick one day per week where you know this is my follow up day. And then, according to the frequency that you've picked, you do a spreadsheet with dates. You always update that spreadsheet to know, okay, I followed up on this person. The last day was this, and then the next follow up is like this, right? And um, that labels, you need to follow up with all the labels that you have. So if it's a follow-up label, if it's an important label, if it's a country label, if it's a city label, whatever label it is, you need to follow up with each and every one of those labels. Please press next, sir. Okay, and also wanted to touch up on the frequency of your sponsored posts. Your sponsored posts can't be too frequent. You can't be doing this every day. Every day there's a post of you up. Why? Because you won't allow time to respond carefully to each need. You will just be trying to get the messages out of the way. This can be overwhelming. So whenever necessary, take a break, because this quality communication between you and your lead is very important. So don't just um, you want to post because you're seeing messages are coming. Messages are coming, yes, but are the sales coming? Are these messages turning into sales? Are you doing it right? What can you change? You see, because you will get a lot of messages. Some people have nothing to do, so they just even press on that message thing. So you need to see, if I put $20, your $20 needs to come back. The sales, the first thing is your $20 needs to come back, and you need to make extra sales. That's how you know that you actually the tool is actually helping you. Because if you are paying and then the people who are buying are not even covering the money that you are paying, mm, it might be a bit tricky, right? And next slide, sir, please. Right. So with this slide, I just wanted to cover the do's and the don'ts, right? It's actually the other way. I'll start with the don'ts. So try your best to not press for money transfers if the client doesn't feel comfortable. You will find safe alternatives that work for both of you, not for one person. So try to accommodate each other and show the person that you're trying to accommodate them. Because the minute you start pressing from, no, send me, trust me, I'll send, the person will feel scared already and they will not make that transfer. So you make them comfortable, you find ways that work for both of you, and then you guys can reach a common ground without forcing anyone, right? Next, sir. Right? Don't judge people by appearance. You can open a profile picture and then you see a blurry picture there, and then you rush this person because you are already judging them. Treat all your clients equally. Treat all your clients equally, regardless of their profile, their age, their location. Just treat them the same way. Always. You don't know who your client is. You don't know which lead is going to become your client. Treat everyone kindly, everyone the same way. Next, please, sir. Don't sound desperate. Always remain calm and collected while making these conversations, while making these transactions. Don't sound like your life depends on that sale, even if your life depends on that sale. Don't give that away. Never give that away. Remaining calm and collected will build trust with this person. This person will see that you're not closing this sale so that you can close a sale. They will see that you're closing this sale because you want to help them with their health, which is actually your main objective. It's your main objective. So if you sound desperate, they will see that no, something is off with you. And also avoid on your social media, avoid deleting comments. So some people might come up with sometimes people write funny things in the comments, but you need to try your best to avoid deleting your comments. You need to publicly address those comments. You need to back up, whether it's your company, whether it's Greenwald, whether it's your shop, it's your product, whatever it is they're pointing out. You need to come up with a response that makes sense and suits that specific. Avoid deleting comments, because the people who've read the comments, You will never get them as a client if you delete a comment and they see that you've deleted a comment, because that will seem scammy. Say, why are you deleting the comment? So this is true. So whatever this person is saying about you guys is true. So try your best of bestest to delete the comments. The comments that I usually delete, because I'm saying avoid it, but there's comments that you will have to delete. If I boost a post, another distributor comes to my boosted post and says, come to my private on my boosted post, I will kindly delete that comment and go address that distributor, because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that I have to take out this money and pay for my post to reach more people, and then someone comes from wherever they are coming and they say, come to my PPT, I have this product. I don't think that's fair. That's another reason why something I didn't touch up on today was the prices. There's this dilemma of, do you post the price? Do you not post the price? Because people don't like it when you don't post the price. But you can't really post the price sometimes. Like, you can't really post the price because there will come a distributor and say, come to my PVT cheaper price, because they're trying to sell them at distributor price and just get the points. And it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I don't find it fair. So that I will delete. You will not make that sale under my sponsored post. So I will delete your comment if it's that way. But comments from clients, people who might want to become clients and not, try to avoid deleting them, right? And then don't overshare. Leave some part of it for you to build a flowy conversation. Use a to build a flowy conversation on the other side, where now you have this one-on-one with your client. If you overshare some things, people won't understand. Let's say you're talking about the scanning machine and you tell them too much information, they're like, I know, I wouldn't pay for this, it's too much money. But if you are giving them in a flowy conversation and they're asking you questions, you're answering their questions, you're engaging with them, they might be more likely to actually approach you and want to have your services. Next, please, sir. Right? Avoid using slang. This is your professional page. This is you as a professional. So stick to professional language. Avoid using slang at all times. There's no exception for you to be using slang on your professional page. So just stick to that all the time. Be professional. Let's go to the next slide. So this is where my presentation actually ends. I want to interact a bit with some of you guys. As I said at the beginning, I want to look into this and then hear from what you guys have heard from this presentation. Let's see how you guys would tackle some of these situations. So let's say, for example, someone has posted it, gone to the comments on your post and writes the following, right? I think Mr. Budiman will be able to unmute the people who raise their hands so that we can hear one or two opinions on how they would handle this situation, to see if, from what we've been discussing here, how did you find this? So let's say someone says, I've tried this, but it comes to your comment that you worked so hard to make this post. Now your post is flying, people are coming. Someone comes and there's a lot of people interested. They're like, oh, location, oh, what's the price? Oh, they're engaging, they want your product. Someone comes, they say, I've tried these products before and they work for some time and then the pain comes back. For example, what do you do? Please raise your hand, anyone who wants to try this case, and let's hear what you think. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to see how you would approach this case. So just raise your hand, and then Mr. Budiman is going to mute you for us to hear what would you do if you, having a nice day, you open your post and you see someone has written that on your post. How would you respond to that? Anyone?
Yes, guys, you can raise your hand, and also you can even
You can raise your hand and try.
yeah, just unmute yourself to answer Miss Enia question. The question is like,
yeah, hello, yes. Good
yes,
evening. My name is Augustine from Ghana.
welcome, sir. Please.
Evening,
All
sir.
I want to ask I was encountered some problem with some of my clients. I gave intestine cleansing tea and aloe vera for detoxification. And the person doesn't have any issue with the cardio. I mean, the pressure issue. He doesn't have any problem with that. But after taking the intestine cleansing tea and the aloe vera, he was complaining of severe heartburns. I mean, palpitation. Let me use that medical term. I mean, palpitation. The heart was even pumping higher. He couldn't even sleep at all. But whenever he stopped taking it, he doesn't feel anything. So I want to ask, please, is there any reactions based on, because this is the second time I've experienced this
All right, Mr.
from two
Augustine.
clients. Thank you.
Mr. Augustine, thank you. Thank you. So I will answer your question after Ms. Enia finishes the training. Thank you, sir, for your question. But now what Ms. Enia want to hear from all of us is, if someone comments on your post and says, I have tried these products before, and they work for some time, and then the pain comes back. So how you reply this, or how you, what is your reaction, or what is your reply to this? What is your response to this post? If somebody writing this in your social media, am I right, Miss Enia?
Yes, yes.
Okay. From Kericho, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening, Mr. Budiman.
Yes.
My name is Maritin Benada from Kericho.
Yes.
Let me try to answer the question there. I think if the client asks for that question, it works for some times, and then later the pain comes back. One, maybe he or she complete the first dose of the product, and he or she never completed the whole dose. Try to complete the whole dose of the product recommended by the consultant. Thank you.
All right.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening,
ma'am.
It's Memory from Beach Acres, Kempton Park, South Africa. What I will do first, I'll ask the client for how long has she used the products. And then mostly in our products, we always recommend that they use for 3 months. And then I will ask also if she bought the whole package. Then by doing so, I'll be trying to make awareness for other clients to see how the products are working. And then I'll ask the client also to come to my inbox. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Somebody else want to respond on this?
Hello.
Yes,
hello.
please.
This is Mr. Maforo from Zimbabwe.
Yes, sir.
Yes. My name is Sana Maforo from Zimbabwe. Basing on that response from the client, I would first of all look at the procedure how they followed, especially our optimum health cycle, whereby we start with detoxification first, then we minister healing and other supplements. So I would rather check on my whether the detox part was done properly. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Maforo, yes.
Yes, because when we minister healing and then we fail to do the proper detoxification, the procedure will not be complete. In other words, the client will just experience some good results in the first place. Then the toxins will then take over. They will quickly come back into the system. So I will then look at the package or the products that I would have administered on detoxification test. That is things like liver gen, intestine cleansing tea, cooling tea, and maybe the anti-addiction, and check to see if I have done the proper job there. Then I would then, especially in the case of clients, they normally complain about products or packages being too big. So I would rather go back and look at maybe looking at detox on other areas like the liver, the kidney, and the prostate, to just give as an example, depending on the response, the results that are coming from the client. So I would rather look for another closely linked product that can actually help the client to have a complete or a thorough detox. Then I'll then come and recommend another package. Sorry, I would recommend another detox. Then after that, I would then ask the client to reconsider taking the detox again, then look for the results.
All right, thank you, Mr. Maforo. Okay, Miss Enia, what is your
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I like their inputs. Their inputs are very interesting, and yes, the inputs suggest what should actually happen before you target them. You actually have to ask a few questions to understand how did it come to get to this result, where they felt like they tried the product and the products worked for some time, and then after some time they feel like they didn't work. So it's such things whereby clients have this thing of, after some clients have this thing of, after you recommend them supplements, for example, they get that batch of supplements that you've recommended, you tell them, as the other leader was saying, our products, we give them a grace period of 3 months. However, for my side, I still do the follow-ups on the scans monthly. So monthly, you need to come back so that we see where are you, how well are you doing, right? So some patients have a thing where they finish the first supplement, they feel fine, and they disappear on their own. They don't know if the process is done. They don't know if everything is right, and they just disappear. And they come back and they say it didn't work. You might not have taken the dosage that you were supposed to take. So someone else can take for 3 months, someone else can take for 2, someone else can take for 1. It goes from body to body. You can't compare yourself to others. So it's very important that you ask these questions that the other leaders were asking. Did you complete the dosage? Did you go back to the person that helped you to present this and address this and understand why this might have happened or not? So thank you, leaders, for your contribution on that. Let's look at the second one. Maybe we'll let maybe one or two.
Let's say this is the case number 2.
Yes. So the case number 2 is someone comes and they comment. If they are not displaying the price, the product must be expensive. What do you say?
So if they are not displaying the price, the product must be expensive. Any comment?
Yes. Any
Leaders,
comment? Anyone want to try this one?
how do you reply this? How do you respond to this statement in your, let's say, in your Facebook?
Yes.
Ms. Eric Tawa, you want to comment?
I saw a few hands before, but they disappeared.
Yes, Mr. Maritime from Kericho?
Yeah. According to that question, let me try again.
Yes.
If they are not displaying their products, the prices, the products must be expensive. First, according to my understanding about this question, it depends on the ailment on the person being screened, or it depends on the disease or the ailment that the person is suffering. So the products does not give the specific price. It goes by the ailment that the person is suffering. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Mr. Moses Balepe.
Thank you, leader. I think the best would be to simply respond by saying your health is more important than the expense that you find in this product. So if you invest in your health, you'd be in a better position. That's my response.
That's very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Moses. Anyone else?
Yes.
Or maybe Miss Enia, you can respond.
Hello,
Yeah,
Miss
let's so that
Akinyemi.
we can...
Oh, sorry, we have one more. This is Mr. Akinyemi
Okay.
Oluwanpo from Nigeria.
Yes, sir. The question is very simple. To me, I advise the customer or the patient to consider his or her health first. There is no amount that is too much for anybody to spend on his or her health. Do you understand? So if the price is not being placed on the product, that doesn't mean that the product is costly. Do you understand? So that one will give me more opportunity to explain more about the product. I think we should let people know the importance of their health than the money they are paying. Do you understand? So I think that
Yes.
is the best approach, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Oluwanpo. Thank you. I want to listen from Madam Primrose. How are you, ma'am?
I'm
What is
fine,
your
thanks, and
response?
you, sir? I hope I'm audible.
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear
you
you.
are.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, all the leaders in the house. To my own thinking, I think you could respond by highlighting that pricing strategy varies among businesses, and not displaying prices doesn't necessarily mean the products are expensive. You might also mention that many factors contribute to pricing decisions, especially when it comes to our product. We've got individual products. We also combine them into packages, and also depending on the conditions which the client have. Let's say someone has got high blood pressure, has got sugar diabetes, they are suffering from arthritis. That can be also another factor which contribute to price decision, such as number one, quality. When you talk of quality, you'll be explaining to them in such a way where I said individual products or packages. Then exclusivity, got the products where we talk about, we've got child care package and we've got female care package or male care package. It can also be a factor. When we talk of exclusivity, we are talking about, we've got products which men can take and female cannot take. We've got products which women take and men cannot take. We've got products which adults can take and children cannot take. And also the last one is market positioning. When we come to Greenwood, we've got what we call a distributor price, and we also have a retail price. And with the retail price, it depends with the market positioning where you are. If you are in the location, which is the high density, we've got the medium density, we've got the low density. Depending on those places, you can sell our products with different prices. Giving an example like Kuding Plus T, when you are here in the high density suburbs, you can open a box sell to them tea bags, or you can sell a box with a cheaper price, maybe 250. But when you go to the medium density, you can even sell to them at 350 without even crying. Then when you go to low density suburbs, you can even sell at 500 without someone questioning you. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Primrose. So I want to go back to Miss Enia. Miss Enia, maybe how you respond this, because I believe you still have more cases.
Yes, I actually am learning. I'm actually learning myself because these answers
All
are
right.
quite powerful.
All
These
right.
answers
Yes,
are
we are
quite
learning
powerful.
from
I
each
think we
other.
should swap places.
All right. All right. So
Yes.
let's, what
So
about the case 3
yes.
and
So let's
case
look
4?
at 3 and we can look at 3 and 4. Some can answer 3 and 4 as time is starting to run out.
The products are
So let's
overpriced.
look into the case where.
Mhm.
So it's the same as case 2, more or less. So let's look into case 4, where someone is asking for a discount.
Mm.
Yes. How do you handle
Yes,
that?
you can unmute yourself, Madam Sarah, Mr. Sarah. You want to say
Okay,
something? Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. How are you?
We are great.
Good. And how are you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm just joined this thing. I'm having a complaint. I'm just a customer for Greenworld.
Yes, ma'am. Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you want
But
to say something? Yeah.
yes, I wanted to say something. Last year in December, I
Mm.
bought medicine for someone which I saw this thing in the Facebook. Then I was WhatsApping this girl who is in Joburg, and she just told me that I must join and I must pay. The medicine went up to 1.5. All of it I paid to her, and he also sent. I'm staying in Pretoria, but she sent this medicine when I was here back in January. February, she was telling me that my card is not working anymore, but I paid money for joining, and I also bought medicine, 3 bottles and 2 packets of tea leaves, which I was
All right.
drinking. But when I wanted to buy now, she said my card is not working anymore. It is because I did not buy for the second time. So which means I just spent my 1,500 for Mahala. I was not treated. My headache is aching every day. So I was explaining her. Even when I talk to these people on WhatsApp, they don't respond. They just send me.
All right. Madam Sarah, now what about after taking the products? Do you get any improvement on your headaches after taking the
No,
product? Not
no, my
really.
headache, it did
All right.
not change. Up to now, I'm still drinking pain stop.
Okay. Actually, you're supposed to have the scanning, like before Miss Enia is doing the scanning, to find out the details. What caused your headaches? What caused your headaches? I want to respond also about the card that you say that those people, they are saying the card cannot be used anymore. No, it's not correct. Once you register, your ID number, your membership is for lifetime membership. And every time you want to buy the products, you will get distributor price. Okay. So my suggestion, ma'am, you can come to Johannesburg head office, Johannesburg office. Okay. And then you can ask directly to the staff there, and they will solve your issue. They will solve your problem. They will explain more detail to you. They will explain more detail to you in Johannesburg office.
Oh, there are not people here in Pretoria.
Pretoria, yes, we have. Pretoria, we have. Pretoria, we have some shops also. Yeah, we have.
Because that's where I'm staying. But even if I ask them, this thing, I found it now in WhatsApp, this thing, then I just pressed, I saw I'm in your place now. But even if I ask them, they just send something. I have the book here and the card. That girl just sent it from Joburg.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so now, ma'am, can you write down your WhatsApp number in the chat box? Okay, write your WhatsApp number in your chat box. Later, I will contact you. Okay, I will contact you and I will give you the solution. All right.
Can I give you my number? I don't know where to go. I'm just in. Can I give you my number?
Okay, okay. You just told me. You just tell me your number.
062
062
394
Okay, 394
394 50 40.
394 50 40.
Yes.
5040.
Yes, 5040 062 394.
Yes, 062 394 5040. All right, ma'am. We will communicate. I will send you WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, no worry, no worry. Thank you. So, anyone else want to respond? Is somebody asking for discount? Oh, Miss Enia, can you highlight this?
Can I come again, sir? Yes, Miss Maforo from Zimbabwe.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Please,
When someone,
sir,
if
because
a
of the time.
client is asked for a discount from me, I will gladly oblige with a discount. Because, you know, in Greenworld, we are privileged to have products at a distributor price, which is very, very cheap and reasonable. So I will play around with figures. You know, here in Zimbabwe, we use US dollars. So if I can remove something like $1 or $2 and explain that from this discount, you have bus fare or a drink, this will give a client something to be happy about. Clients love small things like these offers and discounts. So I will gladly oblige and give them, because psychologically you try to play around with the mind of that person, so that if you give them the discount, they can bring you more clients. They can talk nicely about Greenworld. They will talk positively about my name, even to any other people. So if someone gives me that opportunity, if they ask for a discount, I will oblige and give them that discount, especially whether they buy one or a package. I'll gladly oblige them. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Maforo. I want to listen from Mr. Eric Tower. Mr. Eric Tower, please, you can unmute yourself.
Hello,
Sorry,
Osam
sir.
from. Hello, good evening.
Yes, Mr. Eric Tower, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so
Good
much
evening.
for this wonderful presentation. I want to respond to if somebody asks for a discount. Most of the time, when a client reaches a point that they are talking about discount, it means they're already interested. So you may want to find out what are they looking at? What is the amount of discount you can engage with them to get to know, or what kind of discount do they require? So as you engage like that, you can be able to now push them to probably, if they purchase a number of, probably if it is big power, if they do 3 or 4, then you can be able to offer an amount of discount based on what they were thinking about. So it's about when somebody advances communication when you're doing sales, means they are interested. So discount is a pointer that they want to close. You can close them by getting to know how much they are thinking the discount is supposed to be. Once you get that, you can fix the number of products that you can propose they buy, so that they can be able to get a discount out of it. So that is my contribution.
Thank you, Mr. Eric Tower. Miss Enia, what is your response?
Yes. So with regards to the discount, it's more or less also the contributions that we hear, that we say. It's very important for you to read the room when it comes to the discount, because it usually depends on the sale that's being made. So if someone is buying maybe 2 or 3, it might not make much sense for you to discount. And also, don't make it a habit. Read the room and see where can you see this person really needs the products, but they're having a bit of challenges, and you can see that, okay, maybe this person I can discount, but it needs to be a certain amount of products for you to be able to discount. Because as the other leader was saying, the retail profit from these products is quite low. So the buying price and the selling price, the difference it is there, the 20% difference, but it's not that that much of a difference. So you need to see how or when. Let's say, for instance, you're having a total of $200 or something. Sometimes you can even add one of them and be like, let me add pudding tea for you for free, or let me add pudding tea for you, and then you add it for distributor price. You see, that type of discount where they benefit with one more product that's going to help them with their health. So I tend to look at it into it that way.
All right. Because of the time, very sorry, Mr. Osamo, Mr. Moses, Mr. Fasai. So because of the time we have reached, okay. I just want to thank now to Ms. Enia for your wonderful trainings this evening, especially the first one, why we need to use this scanning machine, how this scanning machine can help to boost your business, because somehow, while Ms. Eni already gave us example where you can just sell big power and pine pollen, but when you started using the scanning machine, you will find out other related problems that cause the issue, the health issue. So then later you can tell them they need to take care of the other things and they need to buy some other products. So the scanning machine is actually the quantum resonance magnetic analyzer is the machine that you can do scanning, okay? And it will comes with like 36 or right. I think the latest one is 36 health issues, okay? And then later you can try to find out what is the main problem. You know, when we are doing scanning, we need to find the main problem. Sometimes it's not easy to find the main problem. That's why during the scanning time, you need to have some interview. You need before you do scanning. You know, because during the scanning time, the patient is not allowed to talk, so they should be relaxed. Okay, but before they start the scanning, you need to ask some question like, all right, ma'am, is there any painful that you feel, or maybe have you been to hospital before? Any doctor give you any diagnose, or do you bring any of the checkup or maybe scan like any other scan in the hospital, or maybe any blood test report or anything? So I believe your patient will tell you, I have pain here, I have pain there, I cannot sleep, I cannot eat. So the information that your client is giving, now you already started to make you have an overview. What is the problem, more or less, on this patient? So later, when you start to do your scanning, you don't need to read the whole 36 cards, okay? Because number one, it will waste your time. Number two, it's very detailed. And though you try to explain one by one, your client, your customer will not be understand, will not be able to digest whatever your explanation on this. But you need to find the main problem. And then we know that from this main issue, we may have complication. They may have complication. That's why we try to give the best products. What is the main issue? Then what is the severe complication that need to be treated? For example, like diabetes, but this patient also has complication to the kidney. So we need to focus on this severe one. So somehow we cannot also give too many products to our patient because it's not possible for everyone, for the patient to take so many products. Okay. I see some question in the chat box, so I will try to help to answer the question. Number one, did this quantum magnetic resonance analyzer has a radiation? I said no. Now, how this scanning machine works? the machine, the sensor will read from your palms the frequency. You know, in our hands, in our palm here, there are spots. There are spots that directly connected to your organs. For example, heart. For example, eyes or kidney or stomach or liver or whatever it is. In TCM, traditional Chinese medication, they are all the spots. I can show you this picture if you can see. It's not clear. There's a diagram here you can find, okay, diagram, okay, that every spot will relate to your body organs. Now, what will happen is when you start do the scanning, run the scanning, the machine will read the frequency emit by each and every spot, each and every acupoint. So for example, your kidney acupoint, the point of kidney is weak. The frequency is weak, not like the normal one. The machine will read this frequency and then will translate the frequency into the report. So basically, there is no radiation at all. Okay, so that's why even children, they can do the test, okay? The way the machine do is try to read the frequency from your hands, from your palm here, okay? Then translate into report. And then for any man or women, is there any difference between left and right hands to use for the scanning? I will tell you, I will answer that question. It's the same thing. Either it's your right hand, either it's your left hand, both for male and female. So there is no problem which hand you are using. So basically, when you do the scanning, tell them to relax and then don't talk. Try to take off all the metal things in their hands, maybe their watch, maybe their necklace, maybe their ring. Okay, try to take it off and then start do the scanning. But before do the scanning, as I've told you, ask them some question. So you will know how to find out what is the main problem. Because for you to read one by one, number one, it will take time. Number two, your client even don't care about this. Okay, what they care is I have my problem. I have my tummy is big now. My tummy is swollen. Is there any solution from brain problem? We need to know, like Miss Enia saying, by doing the scanning, that means we ourselves, we need to learn more, okay? Now, the condition of tummy swollen, that means liver problem. The condition of leg swollen, same thing, liver problem. Any swollen thing, any inflammation, that means there is an infection. What are the products for infection? Deep sea fish oil, pudding plus tea. These two is for the infection. Any swelling, you need to give deep sea fish oil, pudding tea. Now, to find out the main thing, the main problem, you need to do, you need to try to read the report. You know, in the scanning machine, there is down there the compositive report. So you don't need to read all the cards one by one. You just go to the compositive report, try to find the hidden problems. That hidden problems is their main problem. Okay? There are some part that's showing hidden problems. That hidden problem is their main problem. So you try to focus on that hidden problems. Then later you will find out what is wrong with their health. All right? So thank you again, Ms. Enia. Your training was wonderful, especially for the social media. Well, I need to learn more. It is very good. Yes, we need to integrate between your Facebook account, Facebook page, and then what else? Instagram, WhatsApp business.
WhatsApp, Instagram.
So everything will run automatically, but somehow if you are too busy doing presentation, if you are too busy doing scanning, maybe you need assistant to handle your social media things. You know,
Yes.
lots of YouTubers, lots of social media influencer, they have their staff. They are not working by themselves. They have their assistant. So maybe if your social media start booming, lots of messages coming in, you may need somebody to assist you on this. Thank you very much for everyone. So let's round out today. Let me stop sharing the screen. And next week, we are going to have another interesting training. We are going to have one of the best trainer from South Africa. From South Africa. I don't want to say who will give us training. So I will see you next week for more interesting trainings. Once again, thank you, Miss Enia. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we
Thank you.
can unmute ourselves and say thank you and bye-bye. And see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Bye.
Thank you very much for
Thank you.
listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye,
Thank you,
everyone. Good
Madam,
night.
very much.
Good
Bye.
night, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Good
Bye-bye from
night,
Zambia.
everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good
Thank you.
night.
Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Madam Enia,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Thank
See you next week
you.
Thank
Friday.
you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Night.
Yes.